Welcome here, old people, to Week Mix Plus. If you're new here, turn on the notification bell and subscribe. Enjoy today's update.
Expensive house helps, a raw, loud, and surprisingly honest window into domestic drama in Lagos. Let's not sugarcoat it. This isn't your polished, high-budget Nollywood blockbuster. Expensive house helps feels like the kind of story that could happen next door. It's raw, it's loud, it's exaggerated, and somehow it still manages to reflect very real truths about class, trust, and survival in Nigeria's domestic space. At the center of the chaos is Obey, a young house help whose energy is unmatched, and not always in a good way. She's the kind of person who can destroy your peace faster than NEPA can take light. But what makes her so frustrating is what makes her watchable. She's real. The premise: when house helps cost you more than rent. Obey bounces from house to house, leaving behind trails of drama, confusion, and pure Lagos madness. In every new home she enters, she brings a suitcase filled with bad decisions, fake tears, street smarts, and high-stakes survival tactics. In one house, she tries to seduce her employer, Uncle Conley, wearing tight clothes and calling him my sugar daddy while his wife is away. In another, she ruins a family dinner by cooking rice with sugar instead of salt. She fakes sickness. She claims her mother died. Again, she lies about visiting a native doctor for protection. She even tries to convince her madam that the devil is fighting her progress. Every move is chaos. But it's intentional chaos, because Obey is not dumb. She's playing a game. Why it's funny and frustrating. The humor in Expensive House Helps doesn't come from slick jokes or clever writing. It comes from the situations, the kind of everyday absurdity that Lagosians will instantly recognize. It's the shouting matches that escalate over nothing. It's the house help who washes your car with detergent and bleach. It's the madam who's always ready to fire someone, but never ready to do the work herself. The dialogue is full Nigerian pidgin, sometimes exaggerated, sometimes painfully accurate. Lines like, "No vex, madam. Na devil they use me. You think say this house na hotel, you just a waka anyhow. You wear madam cloth take do TikTok." It's not subtle, but it works. And the energy? Relentless. Underneath the comedy, a rough look at class and control. Beneath all the yelling, the fake tears, the seduction attempts, and the chaos, there's a very real story about power and class in the Nigerian household structure. House helps, especially in Lagos, exist in this weird space. They're in your home, they clean your mess, they raise your kids, but they're also completely disposable. The minute they step out of line, they're gone. Obey's manipulative antics are annoying, sure, but they also expose the desperation so many working-class young women face. She lies because she has to. She pushes limits because she knows there's always another household looking for cheap help. Every time she's fired, she simply moves to another house. The system resets and the cycle starts again. The movie doesn't try to justify her bad behavior, but it shows why it exists. The native doctor scene, yes, it's as mad as it sounds. One standout scene is when Obey goes to a native doctor for spiritual help, not because she's cursed, but because she wants to protect herself from being fired again. Of course, it's a scam. The fake native doctor demands money for animal sacrifices. Obey tries to haggle like she's at a market stall. The whole thing ends with threats and near assault. It's ridiculous but also familiar. In a country where superstition and hustle collide daily, the scene feels both laughable and very on-brand. Why you should watch Expensive House Helps, even if you think you're too posh for it. Let's be honest, there are thousands of short films floating around on YouTube, and a lot of them blend into each other. Same stories, same setups, same rich man saves poor woman template. Expensive House Helps is not that. It doesn't aim for perfect. It aims for real and it hits the mark. So why should you watch it? 1. Because it's painfully and hilariously Nigerian. From the moment the characters open their mouths, you'll know exactly where you are, deep in the trenches of Lagos domestic life. This film captures the madness of dealing with house helps who talk back, cook nonsense, wear your clothes when you're out, and somehow still feel entitled to respect. Whether you've had a house help, been one, or just witnessed the drama unfold in someone else's house, this film will feel familiar. The pidgin is crisp, the insults are creative, and the chaos is 100% Lagos certified. 2. Because Obey, the main character, is a walking disaster. You can't look away from. Let's talk about Obey. She's the definition of Wahala in human form. She's bold, clueless, manipulative, sometimes funny, sometimes just plain annoying, but always entertaining. Watching her fumble through one employer after another is like watching a soap opera meet a street fight. She's the kind of character you'd warn your auntie about, but secretly want to keep watching. She lies, she flirts, she fakes illnesses. She tells every new madam that her mother just died. Again, you'll be shaking your head while laughing at how confidently wrong she is, and that's why she works. 3. Because it shows real-life class tension without preaching. Sure, it's comedy, but it's also commentary. Expensive House Helps peels back the curtain on how Nigerian homes operate, especially when it comes to the madam and maid relationship. The control, the gossip, the power imbalance, the trust issues, the exploitation on both sides. It doesn't ask you to pity anyone, it just lays it bare. These people are not heroes or villains, they're just surviving in their own messy ways. 4. Because it's loud, unfiltered, and unapologetically local. This film doesn't try to mimic Western storytelling. It doesn't dilute the culture. No fake accents, no overdone filters, no awkward attempts to appeal to a global audience. It's Lagos, it's loud, it's chaotic, and it's real. 5. Because beneath the madness, there's heart. Yes, Obey is a handful. Yes, her excuses are wild, but when you strip away the noise, you're left with something we all understand. People just trying to make it. Whether it's through lies, hustle, seduction, or prayers, these characters are doing what they can to survive in a world that's unfair and fast-paced. You may laugh at Obey, but you'll also recognize pieces of her. The friend who always borrows but never returns. The cousin who turns everything into a story. The auntie who believes every problem needs native solution. 6. Because it's just plain fun. Let's not overthink it. Not every film has to change your life. Some are just meant to entertain you on a lazy afternoon, make you laugh out loud, and maybe remind you of how insane and hilarious everyday life in Nigeria can be. If you want something real, messy, funny, and unapologetically Nigerian, this is it. Final word. Expensive House Helps may not win an award for cinematography, but it wins where it counts. It's honest, it's funny, and it speaks our language, literally. Watch it with friends, watch it with family, but definitely watch it, if not for the story, then for the madness that is Obey.